stopping this one. That was coming closely, and he is able to make the save as we are in overtime here.
Uh-oh. I believe we had a little hiccup on the video there. Blame Comcast.
Okay. Well, as long as we're in business
back.
right now. Okay. All right, great. All right, cool. As long as we're back. Yeah, storm's coming here, so hopefully I won't get knocked off or anything. But in the meantime, it's looking pretty good. So, yes, we are in overtime. And it is 3-3 here. And so it is golden goal rules here in the World Cup. The next team to score, it will be the team that wins this game.
Yeah, and that's it's got to be a little bit scary here as the Ukrainians are trying to just get this away from their net.
And still, nobody's making any sudden moves yet. Yeah, it's going to be, they're going to try to set up a more deliberate offense on both sides, it looks like. And Team USA will do just that as they gather it up with Lucic behind the net, going behind Toulouse here with Tim Barrett playing in front. He's going to get around one player now, and he's in position to shoot. And he got it. He got it. It went off the post and in. He got it. Lucic with his third, and a big one as he wins it in overtime against Team Ukraine for Team USA. Big win there. Huge. I thought that was going in and out, man, but it just dribbled right over the line. That was something else. Oh.
And here we go.
Oh, my stars and bars. Okay, so we are going to our second game.
Ukraine now in red.
Just to confuse the casters mostly.
Yeah. Those of you at home who are keeping track of such things or not.
Yeah, if you're scoring at home or even if you are by yourself, as they say on ESPN. So after this brief warm-up period, do you see any lineup changes here?
I'm not seeing any lineup changes here. I think both teams felt like that what they had there worked, and if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, I felt like what they had there worked. A very solid effort for both these teams. It took an overtime goal by Lucic and a doozy to be the difference maker there.
We're waiting on a fourth Ukraine player, though. There you go. There's Draxler.
And Drax is here, and we are here, and so begins our last game of the afternoon for Hockey World Cup here on the Independent Broadcast Network. Yes, so don't forget we'll be doing this again next Saturday at Saturday and Sunday, but yes, Saturday especially, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern. And, of course, Friday Night Hockey. We have to talk about Friday Night Hockey as it will be the last game of the season for HQML Season 4. And so this is the last game before the playoffs. I think the table is set for the playoffs. I don't know if there's any... Oh, there's one off the post.
Dangerous.
So I don't know if there's any chance for anybody to change positions, but it will definitely be one of those nights where people want to sort of set a tone for the upcoming HQML playoffs. So it will be a fun night of hockey to watch. It always is on Friday nights. We encourage everybody to check it out. That is our premier night of hockey here on IBN, Friday Night Hockey. And Ukraine trying to get one, but it was harassment from the defense, or excuse me, from the everybody. I keep forgetting they changed colors again. So here is Ukraine with a shot. Oh, but this one is not going to go. So Team USA in blue. I'm going to say it again. Team USA in blue, just to remind myself here. We'll send it back down. So I do that sometimes when I'm playing, man. When I'm playing a game, I'll say, I'm now on the red team. I'm trying to shoot blue, who is trying to shoot me. I find it very helpful.
Take another shot.
And Dennis shoots and scores! A beautiful one there as he just took his time and very patient, a well-placed shot, and makes it 1-0 as Ukraine will be the first to score in this second game here against Team USA.
Yes, I know the United States in blue, yes, is going to try and bring this back down and pick up their own goal.
And almost do there as a rebound attempt in front could, and he goes ahead and swats a backhand in, and it does not go. So this one will go back to the other end. Billiam asks a question in chat about interference, and that's one of those evolving rule set things, goalie interference.
I think there's actually a document for the World Cup rules.
Mm-hmm.
You can find that on the subreddit. I don't have a link on hand, but those rules are out there. Those exist. They're written down. And I'm sure
the question is it interference if you're in the crease? I don't think that it is. I think you have to do a little more interfering than just being there, because ideally they can just shove you out of the way. Or just do the old, I always preferred the old Ed Belfour trick where you just kind of take your goalie stick and kind of stick it in the back of their kneecap, on the back of the knees, and they just kind of drop. That's always the best way to deal with people that are doing that, I think. Don't try that at home, kids.
Indeed.
Or if you do, don't blame me. But since you can't do that with the current physics of Hockey ? The interference rule is evolving as people figure out new ways to cheese the game. I mean, that's any game. So that's, I would say, the sign of a healthy game, that you're having to come up with rules for what players come up with as far as the things they do on the ice. But yes, there is a new version of Hockey ? Coming out that's being worked on now by the guys at Cryptic Sea. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You can go on IBN Casting YouTube and you can get a look at it. We did a show match of it one night, and even that version has undergone some changes, I'm told, as further changes to the physics have been made. Here's a shot, the save, the rebound. He shoots and scores! No. Draxler, on like the second or third attempt there, gets it in. And he had all the time he needed, as Toulouse just having to try to fight that away by himself. But 2-0 is your scoreline. So Ukraine stepping it up a little bit here in this second game, yes. But, yeah, the new version of Hockey ? Looks really cool. I'm interested to see how the physics are working now. They're already pretty cool. I mean, we were already having a fairly competitive game with people on the ice with it. So just the tweaks to it that are being done are very exciting. And the things that they've shared with us about what they're doing to the game are, I think, very positive. And the community seems to feel the same. So I think the future's bright for this game, Hockey ? from Cryptic Sea. I definitely encourage people to check it out if you haven't already.
Yeah, that's the best place for that. It's almost certainly going to be the subreddit.
Yes, r/Hockey ?
Yep, all spelled out. Like a pimp named Slickback.
Yeah, like a pimp named Slickback. You got to say the whole thing, yes. Not just a question mark, but the word, words, question mark. So we'll go to the second period here, and with the Ukraine, or they're not the Ukraine anymore. I try to get that right. As Americans, sometimes we're used to saying the Ukraine, but it is not the Ukraine. It is just Ukraine. And so just Ukraine is doing pretty good, the or not. They have 2 goals on the board. And Team USA fighting to get some on the board themselves after that thrilling overtime victory they just had in this first game of this doubleheader, as Lucic, the hero of that one, and he is on the ice again. So they are trying to get some shots off, but it's been all Ukraine so far. And again, he's got room to move here. He will send one in front. Beautiful pass.
No.
He's got this.
Oh.
Dennis shoots and scores. Ricky on the assist and a beauty. So very nicely done by Team Ukraine. And here's one that's gone. Hello. Goodbye.
Going,
and hello again.
Gone.
Maybe not hello again. And we'll be right back. Okay.
There we go.
I love it when it does that. That is one thing I will miss about the new version of hockey.
And it seems like these guys do a pretty good job of figuring out where it's going to land most of the time. They all kind of cluster
They do,
around.
yeah. Well, it's a testament to how many hours that all these guys have put in. Because as we always point out on Friday Night Hockey, and I will point out here on the Hockey World Cup, this is not an easy game. The skill curve is quite high. I mean, it looks pretty easy when you're sitting here watching from these beautiful views in 1080p that Killinger is bringing you here. But when you're actually on the ice, this is a first-person game. And so it is very difficult to learn how to control the stick, to learn how to move the puck. And so when you can do the things that these guys are doing, it is just amazing. And when you know how difficult it is to do what they're doing, it's even more amazing to see some of the things that they're getting away with here. Just like that move around there. And Dennis, oh, man, they told us to look out for Dennis. They said that he was easily the star player of this Ukrainian team, and he has a hat trick to prove that right now, 4-0, and this game looking dramatically different than that first USA Ukraine game,
what's going
which
on,
was an overtime winner from USA. But Ukraine is moving it again, and finally this one is sent out with the rebound attempt, shot and score. Ricky, it's the story of Ricky. You are all free now, as Graxler is going to get the assist. It is 5-0. And yes, the USA looking much like some of the victims of Ricky in that movie.
I just want to know what happened, guys. Yeah. They're just last game they're doing pretty well. This game they're just Grenville here says, "Dear God, USA is terrible." I have to agree. This game they're awful.
They don't look like they did in that first game, do they?
Well, yeah,
and it's essentially the same team.
Yeah, the lineup did not change. What's going on?
Unless they're watching the NHL playoffs while playing. We've had this be a problem.
In the past. This has been a problem in the past.
Yeah. Like on the Friday Night Hockey, yeah. There have been teams that...
We're just watching the Stars game. What?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like,
you're playing right
so
now.
that's why you're struggling with a team that has half their players. Oh, okay. Because they're watching the NHL game in one screen and then trying to play this in the other. And after the aforementioned skill curve, blah, 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 that I just went through, even at this high a skill level, you kind of have to pay attention. And Team USA... attention must be paid here as they are down by 5 with 40 seconds left in the second period. A strange turn of events here in the at the Borktown server, and Ukraine still with it on their end. They are doing a lot of work offensively, and he's worked his way around 2 defensemen there, still held on to it. How are they not getting this puck away from him? Finally, they do settle it down, and it looks like Ukraine's just kind of going to back off a little bit and let them go just so they can make another run at them. And Team USA, Tim Barrett now struggling to get it out of the zone. He is just shoved out of the way by Dennis. He's going to take a shot with no time left on the clock, but he doesn't need it. They're up by 5, Ukraine, and they are looking good in this round. They, what happened, man? We'll have to...
What the Billion here in chat says, 200 ping does things, man. This isn't just ping. People are getting caught out of position. I don't think you, especially after the last game on the same server, you can't blame this on ping. Something happened. These guys got overconfident, or they just stopped paying attention, or what. But I have to take them to task for it. They did so well last game, got my hopes up so high, and now they're just crushing them right now.
A good craftsman never blames his tools, yes. But again, starting things off in this third period, Ukraine, almost another goal there. And now he's just bullying Tim Barrett. What is happening here? And Draxler's going to get away with this. Shoots, save made. He came out big to stop that. And now it will go back to center ice and beyond, where it will be played by Oracle, who hasn't had to do a whole lot lately, but now it is stolen from him. Possible chance here, trying to push it in. No, just off the side of the post. So a minute elapses, and at least Team USA is back in the Ukrainian zone trying to move this thing. But here comes Ukraine. Ricky loose on the break, 2-on-1, and they're going to come out and play him. And he shoots it just wide to the right. And this will be picked up, held in. Draxler there, not led, going to take it away from him. Shot from distance, blocked, rebound attempt, shoots and scores. Ricky with his second. It seems like his 10th or 12th. Dennis on the assist, and 6-0. And don't say ping, guys. It just makes you look like children.
Yeah, I have to admit.
I know a lot of you are children, but I think you as very mature children.
The stream has gotten a little bit laggier. I can feel it, but
yeah, I can see it too, man.
But again, a good craftsman never blames his tools. It doesn't change the fact that the level of play has gone down.
Yeah, in fairness, I am seeing some slowdown and some lag issues, and but I don't know if it makes a 6-goal difference or not.
Zero,
but it is definitely making a difference in how the game is played. There's no doubt about that. But then you see things like that, the steal and the easy score by Dennis, and he just walks that one in. 4 goals for Dennis, 7-0. This is looking like Russia and Canada all over again. As Ukraine definitely, but they are playing very well. We don't want to take anything away from the Ukrainians because they are certainly on it right now, and they are playing very well as a group, and they're sending a lot of shots to the net. That is the mark of what a good team does. But yeah, this is a team that it went to overtime with USA this first game, with Team USA won it. So it looks like they will at least split the difference here. Each team will come away with a win, assuming that the USA doesn't suddenly recover from their ping slowdown and score 8 goals in 2 minutes. It looks like this is going to be a win for each of these teams, which the USA has got to at least be happy with that after dropping 2 yesterday to Baltic Nordic. But, yeah, definitely a big turn of events from this first game that we saw them play, which was very tightly wound and very closely played. But this one, it's been all Ukraine all the time. And so, yeah, they're just like they're like White Raw out there. They're just getting it done.
I like when you bring up White Raw and anything that has to do with Ukraine.
Yes, one of the great Ukrainian esports dudes of all time, definitely. I believe he's coming to Austin too for the Lone Star Clash coming up.
That'd be nice, yeah, that would be very cool.
Which he and Stefano had a great time with that last Lone Star Clash. I saw so many pictures of them in cowboy hats, with guns and stuff. And
there was a backhander there, almost went in.
Stefano's coming back too, which is that's always a good time.
Yes, that'd be a very good time. Guys,
they asked him. I saw that interview with him, the last Lone Star Clash, and they said, "Are you having a good time in Austin, Stefano?" He's like, "Yes, I have gotten drunk and high, and I've shot guns." And I'm like, "This guy gets us. He gets us." But what is this puck doing?
I don't know.
It's like a karaoke ball. It just kind of bounces its way towards the net. And I thought they might have a shot out of that when it was all said and done, but nope. 11 seconds left, and it looks like a shutout for Ukraine as they are going to really clamped down on this Team USA after a overtime thriller won by Team USA. The other game, much different in how it plays out, and Ukraine will get the win. Put it in stone. That is your Hockey World Cup for this afternoon, but certainly not the end, as this thing is going to go on. There are games during the week. I think some of our friends, Mozilla, Dopey G, some of those guys will be there. Maybe I'll get in on some of it. I'm not sure. But there are games during the week here and there. You can find the at r/hockey question mark on Reddit. They do have the schedule. But we do know that there will be games every Saturday and Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern, and those are the ones that you can catch here on the Independent Broadcast Network, and we will be covering them. Definitely follow us on Twitter at IBN Casting, and it will tell you when these things are happening and where you can see them, which is, of course, here on this channel. You can click follow on this channel and find them as well. If you're not able to make them live, go to YouTube and type in IBN Casting and go to the YouTube, and you can watch all these games. They will be uploaded after the games, so that you can watch them at your leisure, and we encourage you to do so because regardless of scoreline, even these blowouts had some pretty amazing plays in them, and so they are definitely worth a look. And if you're involved in the World Cup, you'll want to look for scouting purposes at some of the games that we have seen over this past weekend, because we have seen some great individual efforts, and it's starting to become very apparent, Killinger, who the standout players are on each of these teams.
Oh yeah, it's not hard to see which of these guys are really putting it out there.
Yeah, but a lot of fun today, and it will be a lot of fun as this World Cup continues. So we definitely encourage everybody to follow all the action, as we will continue to follow it as well. And lots of things coming up on the Independent Broadcast Network, and some we'll tell you about and some will just spring on you because it's fun, and who doesn't love surprises? But yeah, final thoughts, Killinger. Some pretty good games anyway.
Yeah, the first game was really, really good, and the second game had some good plays, but unless you're a big fan of Team Ukraine, not so much. I wasn't very impressed. And normally I'm supposed to hype all this stuff up, but I'm sorry, I have to take him to task on that. I don't know what happened. Hey, first game was really good, so there's that.
Yeah, they've got that to build on. And we have talked about some of the internal issues that have plagued Team USA leading up to this World Cup. You can't help but wonder if those things do come into play when you see a result like this. And so I suspect that during the week we will be finding out more about these internal issues, and there will be some of that probably plays itself out publicly, but I suspect we will see some changes in Team USA before now and the next time we see them, Killinger, just based on what we saw this afternoon. But at least they did come away with one win this weekend, so that is
both Team USA and Team Canada have the same overall record: 1 win, 3 losses.
Yeah, and that'll all be leading up to the big USA-Canada showdown, which will be on a Thursday night coming up pretty soon. I can't remember which date that is, but that will definitely be a Clash of the Titans, and we will definitely be there to cover that as well. That was one of those that isn't on a Saturday or Sunday. It'll be a Thursday night game. So it's always big when USA and Canada meet, and with everything that's going on, that could have some very crucial implications in the standings by that time of the Hockey World Cup. And we will keep you up on all the latest here at IBN, and we hope that you will enjoy it all with us, because I think it's going to be a lot of fun regardless of how it turns out. And so far, it looks like Russia is the team to beat. We're not surprised by that. They really came out and showed us why everybody had been talking about them, and they're going to be a tough opponent to overcome for anybody in this entire World Cup.
Yeah,
but from all of us, yes, I would say so, man. So, from myself and Dr. Killinger, this is Winners with the One. And I want to thank you again for watching, everybody. And thanks to all these teams for playing. Thanks to Cryptic Sea for making a great game, Hockey Question Mark. You can find it at hockeyquestionmark.com. And thank you to all who watch now or later on the YouTube. And whether you are watching now or later on the YouTube, we will see you next time. Good afternoon, good evening,